Hello my friends and welcome to episode 53 of Nightmare Mode, which is going to be a bit of a strategic / economic episode because last time I was a little bit taken aback by the sudden massive influx of cash that came from finding an extra awesome engine. And so I was thinking about what I should spend that money on. So we had a general sort of plan, and that general sort of plan from last time was to do this mission because the salvage was really good, even though it's our ambush convoy, which can be a bit of a pain in the ass. We would avoid hard contact because typically it's two fully armoured lances, so it's not usually worth the bother. And these two missions, the salvage rights are pretty bad. So I wasn't really inspired by either of them. I suppose the Assassinate might potentially produce a nice heavy, but at one skull it's pretty unlikely. So that was the general plan, was to do this, and then to do this. And basically, because this is a priority mission with a 26-day travel time, it would roughly pay for the travel time. And the travel time can be used to repair our massive backlog of stuff. Now that made me think. So, I always wanted the third mech bay, because obviously, once you've invested in it, you can repair 3 mechs at once and you can repair them much more rapidly. But actually, it is kind of overkill. So if you think my current finances are 310,000 C-bills a month, so that means that the money that this bay costs is worth roughly 7 months of time. And 7 months of time is a lot of time. More than enough time to fully repair everything. Like if I just decided to stand still and actually just spend time fixing stuff, then we'd be good to go. And so I settled on the idea that I would get this, which will take 10 days. But what this will do is it will so I'm just going to go for that.
I'll get the crew moving.
It will allow me to get to the front line and to switch planets just that little bit more quickly, and those days saved will result in an overall saving. Plus the monthly maintenance cost is not that high. The upgrade cost is not that high. So all in all, it makes sense. There isn't really much else that's worth a grab. I'm not interested in these refit upgrades because they actually come with significant monthly costs. And I don't feel like the mech lab, delay is that bad at the moment. And it's certainly if I wanted to decrease the delay, I could either waste time or buy this. There would be a far more efficient use of money than to get these things. So that leaves only, obviously, the Gamma pod to get, but that's very expensive. And the only real benefit that would bring is the VR trading module Mark III. And then, of course, you have the morale upgrade things, which are useful, obviously, because morale is useful. And once again, the medical bay has got a huge monthly cost, and I don't find that that's that useful. Strictly speaking, I would rather just hire more pilots if I can. Obviously, we do have the tricky problem that hiring more pilots is a little bit of a nightmare at these difficulty settings, but hey, that's nightmare mode for you. So as it stands, we do not actually have enough mechs to do anything at this time. I decided, last time I decided that I would shift the Blackjack up so that it would, be repaired and ready to go. However, I do feel like I should probably just get some mechs online and get that one skull done. So, skip a day. Let's just double check the condition of the 2 mechs that have just been finished. Okay, this is the Vindicator, and it's in good condition, so that's fine. I always wanted to refit the Vindicator or not use it. It was always meant to be a spare mech, but it's had to actually serve a lot. Interestingly enough. In fact, let's just get these two done quickly. There we go. Okay, so now we've got 3 mechs. And their status is good. If there was ever a mech that I'd intended to do some refitting on, it was this one. It's a great little mech for being a cheap mech. But that's all it's ever been, is a cheap mech. It could have been so much more than a cheap mech. In fact, if there was ever a mech that was crying out for double heatsinks, it was this one. You know, it's got 2 missile points in the CT. There might be a potential to strip some heatsinks and run some SRMs on this. Still, once again, it's always a case of, you know, every little change or every little redesign, it's going to use lab time that I don't quite have at the moment. See, I finally reached the point where I have enough double heatsinks to actually genuinely make a pretty solid design, but a lot of this equipment I was keeping for my first heavy, which I don't have just yet. So anyway, all 3 of these mechs are suitable, are usable. I just want to double check the barracks as well. We may not gain EXP very quickly, but we do gain EXP.
Yeah, standing by.
Okay, so Rival could jump up to gunnery level 4.
Orders?
Which is pretty useful.
Commander? What do you need?
If I need to use him.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, it looks like Behemoth is ready to go as well.
Orders?
Yes, Commander.
For a one level up. Okay, so we have 3 mechs and we have the B team. We'll take the B team out for a ride. Ambush convoy. Do you really want to do an ambush convoy with 3 mechs though? Because they could go on the run pretty readily. And you never know when some evil clan mech is going to just turn up and ruin your day. Of course, if I wait for either the Centurion or the Hunchback to be repaired, then I might as well use the A-team pilots. In fact, I think that's what we'll do. Because we're going to be travelling anyway, after we've done the mission. We are going to need the bay time from the long journey. So we might as well. Okay, so my Centurion is fine. Let's go, we got 4 mechs, we might as well play. That's what we're here for, is to play. Ambush convoys as well tend to be missions that crash for whatever reason. So hopefully this one works. If it doesn't work, we'll just have to do that assassinate, because you know, it's better than not doing anything. And then once we move to the front line, priority missions are worth great money in salvage, so we'll be able to build up our finances pretty rapidly. I'm sort of moving towards the end game plan now. And that end game plan will be to start doing priority missions, build up cash and parts. Got to get that first heavy. And then once I've got that first heavy, you know, further heavies will follow. So basically, in this game there's a great wall between the 2.5 skull and 3 skull missions. 2.5 skull missions are where you very rarely, you reasonably rarely see heavy mechs, but you do see them, but they're pretty rare. And then 3 skull is like the complete opposite. It's like, yup, heavies all the time. And that, you have to build up to that wall.
Hey, after we finish, swimming anyone?
Overcoming that wall is something that you actually have to carefully plan out. So that's the convoy there, I presume. That's the route. We don't know where their evac point is yet.
On my way. Coordinates received.
This terrain is very rough.
Our target is within sensor range.
Time to earn our money.
Oh, okay, the convoy is actually here, and that's the escape route. So I guess they have to follow this road.
Commander.
I wonder if I should reserve until the convoy moves. I'm not really bothered by the enemy mechs.
Waiting on you, Commander.
No, not
Good
you,
to go.
not you. Maybe they've already. Maybe it's already moved this turn. All right, there it is. So I guess it's already moved this turn. 4 tanks. So what we're going to do is we're going to conserve heat. I have no interest in building up my heat bar at the moment.
Roger that.
It's like a pair of Gulag Panthers. Oh no, that's a Wolfhound. They look very similar from this angle. Wait, are they the actual same model? Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Reporting.
Can I get further by jumping? I can certainly get higher by jumping. This actually becomes a road here, so you do actually gain some speed.
I'll be there before you know it.
Oh well,
Yes,
might as well.
Commander.
Got plenty of ammo. If the enemy lance consists of only 2 lights, then it's going to be pretty easy to take them down.
What can I do for you?
This terrain is really horrendous.
Got it. Max speed, no shooting.
Once we're on this road, we should be able to move up pretty quickly, but by that point, these guys are going to be on the run here. One strategy I've used on this map before is to plug the road with the body of a mech. That was a bloody lucky shot.
Receiving you.
It always concerns me when I receive a headshot because you, if I go here, it's going to slow me down. But I will get a shot on this striker. 40%. I'm not sure if that's really much of a clean shot. He's right on the edge of my targeting threshold as well. I might be able to get him.
Locking on.
Just stuff to fire twice.
Primary target is taking damage.
King Scorpion. Okay, the armor is not terribly thick on that, so that's okay. Ambush convoys really do make me nervous because, you know, in RogueTech you don't know what the vehicles are going to be like. They could be anything. These Panthers, genuinely, Panther and Wolfhound is just genuinely not frightening in any way. Oh man, the vehicles are moving again. So some of them are in the light phase. That is a lot of armor. Ow! Okay, he only landed the one shot. Alright. Well, that's pretty much them having all taken their turns. Ow. Damn, both in CT. Okay, but we're alright.
Commander.
Let's get in there and plug that road. .72. This position in front is the superior position, but it, you know, it does reduce my chance to hit by 5%, which is significant. Obviously, the rear strike gives me the best chance to hit, but is the tactically inferior position. Although, no, it is just straight up the tactically inferior position. It's not a forest tile. But the vehicles move then shoot, and they will move down the road. So my back arc will actually not be facing any vehicles. I will go for this.
Received.
If only to max out my chance to squish this guy.
Scratch
Nice.
another target.
Now this guy took a volley in
Reporting.
the side
One
already.
vehicle.
Oh, he's the one that gets to move. Alright, not bad.
What's the plan?
Okay, so getting to the heart of the matter here, we got to take out these King Scorpions. Chance to hit is pretty bad. Pretty bad on that one, but pretty good on this one. Seems to be 63% no matter what, even stood in the forest. Change the angling slightly.
Confirmed.
Let's take this guy down.
I believe this should have an effect.
Oh my god. Every laser missed. On a 63% chance, that's pretty bad luck.
I hear ya.
Of course, the pulse lasers are out of range. Still, over 50% chances for this one. Only need one through the front.
Uh-huh.
Nice. Ah, but none of them hit the front.
What's up, boss?
Can I get an angle? Can I get an angle from here? What's my indirect chance? 30%. It's not great.
On the move.
Alright, make him dead.
On it.
Should have already been dead, but whatever. Alright. Hopefully, this Panther and this Wolverine don't do too much damage to me while I'm busy cleaning up the convoy. Hopefully this King Scorpion moves just far enough to be in front. Okay, he's to the side, that's fine as well. My Kintaro is more than capable of destroying that striker from behind if it drives forward. Gotta get this bad boy and his pulse lasers off my case. Alright, there's the enemy reinforcements.
Receiving you.
We go through the front. I definitely can't afford to stand still because I don't know what that is. Could be potentially something really dangerous. You know, if it's like one of those Clan 2C fire starters, that's a couple of Clan PPCs in the face. That's serious repair work, even if nothing breaks. So we will go here because that gives us the most movement.
Acknowledged. Targeting for physical
Come on,
attack.
come on, come on. Nice. Only 2 tokens of evasion, but still better than none. Better than standing still.
Reporting. Enemy vehicle eliminated.
Alright, so now we just got the King
Awaiting
Scorpion to
orders.
deal with. Now hopefully this time my Vindicator can get the job done. Alright, once again we have another 63% chance.
Yes, Commander.
Hopefully we actually get some connections this time.
Good to go.
Oh my god, every laser missed again. I only need 2 hits. Really, I only need 1 hit. I can't believe every laser missed
Waiting
again.
on you, Commander.
Jesus.
Going turbo.
Bloody Stormtrooper Academy.
Leopard inbound,
Right.
Commander. I'll meet you at the LZ.
Okay, so we took this for salvage. That means we
I feel
need
bad about
salvage.
shooting the little guys.
So, now is the
Waiting for
time
orders.
to get some salvage. Don't feel bad about shooting the little guys. They deserve it. They deserve every round. My chance to hit from this position is bad. The only thing that this Centurion really offers from here is the fact that it interdicts the enemy.
I copy.
Creating a sandwich. Alright, since we... decisions. The Wolfhound is more dangerous. The Panther is already damaged. Let's go with the Wolfhound. We'll just tag him up.
Engaging with target.
Okay, we hit with some missiles, so he'll be tagged and beaconed. Okay, that's a whole lot of fail.
Is that it? I'm barely scratched.
This may hurt, depending on his position.
Careful, they're looping around back.
Okay, no, never mind. Even a rear arc shot could not improve that guy's accuracy enough. Oh, it's a tank. Unexpected. Unexpected. Creative. But quite alright. Maybe I should invite these tanks to dinner at Taco Bell. Alright, well they're junk, anyway. They are junk.
Yes, Commander.
So, back to work. Well, they may be junk, but I don't necessarily want to show my ass to them. Alright. Vindicator is running a bit hot, so I'm going for a melee. Oh, and I hit. I actually wasn't really expecting to hit. I just wanted to take advantage of the juggernaut of this pilot to knock him back.
Negative damage.
Ready for orders.
Alright. Excellent.
Going full speed.
Bombardment.
Firing at
Man, he is,
standing by.
he's one lucky boy to survive that
What can I do for you?
without taking a stability hit.
Affirmative.
I want to capture this guy because he is the value. Okay. Alright, he's only got 3 HP. Perfect.
Yes, Commander.
We let him get back up. And then we, once he gets back up, we knock him back down. And he dies. I wonder if I should try and punch the Gulag Panther in the back and probably actually kill him. It's not a great chance to hit. In fact, what we'll do is we'll vigilance.
Going full speed.
I can then soften him up by shooting him in the back while conserving heat.
Target lock on.
Cool. And then next turn I can stand a little bit further back and then alpha him in the back. Oh, he went first. And yet he did the same stupid thing. Alright.
Orders.
By the way, this is this LZ thing that always perplexes me about Battletech. Why pick that as the LZ? There's enemy vehicles right there. Why position the LZ where you'd have to go through the enemy to get to it? Why isn't the LZ here? Here's, you've got an open space. You could land on the mountaintop, more or less. Or you could put the LZ up here, although I think the forest probably makes that a bad landing site, to be fair. To be fair, there aren't a huge amount of good landing sites here. Why not just plonk down right in this open area? Anyway. This map is not like the greatest example of bad LZ, but there are a few. Okay, so
Copy
we'll
that.
move you into position. Empty everything into the back. Should kill him. See ya!
Hostile removed.
Hostile removed. Now we just waste time. Because we want this, the mech that we're trying to capture, we want him to get up. So we can then knock him back down on his ass. I am glad that these tanks spawned, because they have very, very few weapons. And the vehicle flamer is actually worth quite a lot of money. So they won't junk up my loot table too much. Arise! Arise! So I can knock you back down again. He actually has an extra large engine.
Watch my six.
So if I take out the sides, he'll actually explode.
I'm not gonna have a mech left if I keep taking hits like that.
Ooh, that hurt me.
Reporting. I hear ya.
He's actually quite lucky to
Standing
have
by.
landed those shots, because, When you're knocked down, you take a
Location
massive
confirmed.
penalty to your chance to hit. Okay, the leg is here, and I have a clean shot on it. I don't know if I should try and focus it. Get the feeling that I probably won't succeed. Let's just put the whole lot in there. Okay, we're going to be very careful. This man and his extra large engine.
Waiting on you, Commander.
If the capture is to be successful, we got to take that leg off.
Awaiting orders.
Surgically. Or just plain old knock him down.
Throttle down, moving out.
Okay, this might do it. So let's kill the lasers. So I'm not trying to do loads of damage here. I need 6 damage in the leg. Actually, let's put the lasers on. What the hell? Put a couple of them on.
Yes, Commander.
Oh, did I get it? 1 HP. Okay. Nearly.
What can I do for you?
If I punch him, I'm going to punch him in such a way that I do not risk taking the torso out. What's the rear armor like? Hit anywhere in the rear. It's definitely going to take a side. No. Okay, the only thing I can
Waiting on
really
you,
do,
Commander.
which makes sense at this point,
You betcha.
is to use offensive push to push him back down the turn order. And while I'm using it, I might as well take a couple of little pot shots at the leg.
Tell me what to shoot.
Okay, so that's fine. Oh, I get the feeling actually that he's going to go first on the medium phase. So I've achieved precisely nothing. I figured if I missile bombard him, he might just fall down on his own accord. These tanks are really of little to no threat. I will go to the effort of standing on them in a second. Okay, do I go first?
Ready for orders.
Yes, I do go first. Okay. So here's my thought. He's already destabilized. So I could spare the left
Good
leg.
to go.
If I get the other side and he falls over,
Reporting.
then when he gets back up again, I can then take the leg out. But the only mech I have available that can get the other side is the Kintaro.
Yes, Commander.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, let's do it.
Got it.
So the goal here is to knock him down while preserving his health. This shouldn't be enough firepower. Kill him, or do any real damage. Ah, stability check failed. Down you go. Nice. Now when he gets back up, we just chip that leg off,
Awaiting orders.
and he's done. He's smoked like a kipper, and he will not be back for breakfast. My chances to hit here are really bad.
I hear ya.
Can I stand on this guy? 66. Would I be better off trying to drill through the side? It's close. It's close. So this is a 66.7% chance of an outright kill. If I try and drill through the side, I need 3 hits. And I do have a slightly better chance of getting 3 hits. But if there's any spread, then it's not going to happen. And then we'll go for a drill. Nice! Oh, there was some spread though. I guess I hit the turret. Alright. Tag and beacon him. That should make him a little bit easier to put hurt into.
As you wish.
Alright, 50%. It's not bad.
I understand.
Okay, he's nearly done. Wolfhound is up. Just got to put a little volley of LRMs. Oh, nasty! Another ton of armor that I'm gonna have to repair. Wow,
Power up detected.
he's a fool. He shut down and then restarted. Oh well, whatever. Who's he going for? He's going for the Vindicator, okay. Not a big deal. Alright. This will be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. All this careful play is gonna pay off. Ooh, this could hurt. Okay, it missed. The old Vindicator does have a significant armor breach.
Yes, Commander.
Okay. 70% chance of a fatal hit. Oh, that's really good odds. Let's go.
Move order received.
And this is the damaged side.
Unleashing hell.
There we go.
That's a kill.
That is a kill.
Yes, Commander.
Right, Mr. Centurion. 1 HP. Uh, 40, 35. Let's avoid any risks, shall we? 1 rocket, that's all I need.
Copy that.
In the right place. There we go. Fatality.
Good to go.
Now it's just you. 60% chance of an instant kill. Or 66.7. Let's go for that. Probably should have just pulsed him, to be fair. Oh, yeah. Definitely should have pulsed him.
Receiving you.
Well, pushing him back a turn phase is not going to help, because he'll still go first.
Moving to position.
Definitely should have pulsed him. That's a tactical mistake on my part, but I probably won't pay for it. I'll only pay for it if he goes behind the Vindicator and gets a breach on this. Which is what he's doing. But he missed. Oh, he hit! Oh!
Orders.
That's pretty funny.
Firing full complement.
Get out.
Vehicle tracked.
Mission success.
To be fair, that Vindicator was only a spare mech. Even if I'd have lost it, I wouldn't have lost it anyway, but I would have taken some pretty severe damage. Alright. I actually took a little bit of damage on this one. But we filled the loot table with Wolfhound and pretty much nothing else. Oh man, the Ultra AC5s are there as well. Vehicle Flamers, also very good money. Large ER Laser, good money. This is junk. These are all pretty good money as well. LRM-10s are junk. Lots of machine guns, SRM-2s, that's not good. Oh, nice. Well, that's good money. This is very good gear. This is very good gear. I want to take money. I have money. I don't necessarily need to take money. I could take a Wolfhound piece and see if RNGesus will give me the rest. Decisions. I definitely need to pick up an ECM because I don't have any spares. I did lose one. It's important to have spares. I'll take the fusion core because it's guaranteed money. And we'll just have to hope that we get the Wolfhound bits. Okay, we got 3. That's not bad. And a Panther piece. We picked up one of the Ultra AC5s, that's good. Do you know what? Surprisingly junk free. I don't even mind, I'm not even mad about taking this ammo because as far as autocannons go, I actually have a bit of an ammo can shortage. And they're not always available in the shops. If the AC-10 Travesty is anything to go by, we should know by now that the ammo is not always available in the shops. Now I just got to find out how much that's going to cost me. I'm pretty sure it's going to cost me some cash. Totally worth it. Absolutely, totally worth it. Yeah, 77 grand for the repairs. There was like 20 grand drop cost. So all in all, we're looking at 100 grand mission repair bill. None of that is significant. The sale of the engine will cover that. Yeah, see these vehicle flamers, they're worth 17.5 grand each, so they're pretty valuable. I really genuinely don't mind picking them up. Okay. Pair of clan LMGs. Funny little quirky things. Not really worth installing because they only do 10 damage. But for 0.25 ton, 10 damage is not bad. That means, 40 damage per ton. That's pretty good. But you do have to consider the ammo, which would add another ton. So you're more really looking at 40 damage per 2 tons. the heat damage is the heat cost is not insignificant when you're firing so many of them either. Just interesting considerations there. What was I doing? I picked up some machine guns again. Try not to carry more than 10 of any item, even if it's a very valuable item. Oh, didn't we pick up some SRM2s? Ugh. No. There will never be a situation in which standard SRMs is the correct thing to install. Not when I have so many nice ones. Picked up yet another tag. Now, where was I? Cool, so we have a spare Guardian ECM. This is good. I actually like it because the ECM Warfare Suite gives you accuracy and 2 defense, which is pretty nice. The Guardian also gives you 2 defense, and it gives you an additional missile defense, so it's actually slightly better against missiles. You do lose the all-important accuracy bonus. Obviously the signature and the sensors thing is nice, but it is 1.5 tons compared to 3. So on a medium mech, where tonnage is a bit tighter, it can make sense to install the Guardian. Right, extra large engines. Everyone knows my feeling on these things. They are how you get your mech to explode, basically. Let's get rid of some of these small jump jets and building up a little stockpile of them. Yeah, see, I didn't really have much AC5 ammo. This one appears to be damaged. Sell the damaged one. In fact, I just don't have a lot of autocannon ammo in general. 1 can of 10, 1 can of 20, 3 cans of 5. Got 6 Gorse cans, got plenty of Gorse cans. Plenty of machine gun cans and SRM cans. I say plenty. I have enough to fit 1 or 2 mechs. Alright, so I'm gonna get out of the habit of saying alright. Like, come up with a new catchphrase. So we're gonna stick to the plan. We're gonna move to the front line and get some lab work done. And this movement should be a good opportunity to wow, a 1 month deployment. How interesting. This should be a good opportunity to get some real repair work done. What is this? Ah, Steiner. What's the mission other than priority mission? Okay, it's a base destruction. We'll go with 312 and some C-bills, just because. While 416 is slightly nicer in terms of salvage, we'll definitely get all the most valuable items with 312, and destroying the turrets will grant additional C-bills, which will be reasonably significant at 160,000.
Bio command.
Free travel to the front line! And remember, if we looked at the navigation map last time,
Hey boss, we've just completed those upgrades.
we worked out that it would cost 150,000 C-bills to do that travel. Now, do I want to get any morale upgrades while we're here? These are things that we must consider. 15 days.
Roger that, Commander.
Yeah, what the hell. Okay. Oh, no. Alright, hunchback's fixed. Is this one of my project hunchbacks? Nope, just a standard one. I might redesign this with an additional exchanger at some point. I seem to be picking them up now, which is quite helpful.
All hands, make ready for docking maneuvers.
Alright, jump. Okay. Now, interestingly... Okay, let's work on this first. Let's get this stuff fixed. Okay, we just lost an arm. And frankly, there's no reason to replace it. I do not have any arm-mounted weapons, so why would I need to replace it? There would be an opportunity here to put an exchanger in. If I put an exchanger in, what would I add? I guess the answer would be like more lasers. Or some lasers. Maybe in here. Is that something I want to do? I'm not sure at the moment.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
Not sure that's something I want to do at the moment. Okay. Off we go to the front line. This is, as I warned you before, it's a bit of an economic decision-making episode, this. I'm hoping to do a guide in the near future about focus firing, and I'm just going to cover the real basics of focus firing and how impactful that is, and then move into focus firing maneuvers and stuff like that. So I'll try and keep tactics videos separate to the actual campaign, try and keep the campaign actiony, but there's no escaping from this one. Alright, well this doesn't really matter, does it? Because morale regenerates every month. So I'll just tell people to live with it, which will kill morale by 1. And then the financial report will come and it will fix it. Federated Suns surrendered. I'm starting to take an interest in this now. The Steiner universe. Wait a minute. Steiner surrendered and returned 7 systems. Defending side lost the war. But they took no systems. It's a bit confusing.
I've got the financial report.
Oh right, so our morale is back up to 23. I'm going to actually knock this down. Saves me 30 grand. Doesn't really change anything. -2 tech is not a big deal when we're taking a whole month out to get repairs done. By the time we get to the rock, pretty much everything will be close to fixed. In fact, I'm going to move this one up. We'll have to get those structural repairs done at some point, but they're not a big deal. Since morale damage is not permanent, We don't have to worry about that event triggering constantly. Okay, the Centurion's repaired. Now this is the other Centurion, this is the smashed one. Well, it wasn't that badly smashed, that's why I kept it. It actually does not require significant repairs. There you go, 100,019 days to get it fixed. And while we're at it, this armor is way too low for my comfort. For my comfort, but primarily my safety. The ejection button is under the seat in front of you. How many tons of armor do I want to put in? That's 18 tons. I'm still not happy. Following the rule that the CT should be the sum of the legs have both got 80 and the CT is 140, it should be 160. However, this is an acceptable armor loadout. Obviously it's going to take time. Interestingly, I wonder if you put primitive armor in temporarily. You just temporarily shove primitive armor in, you can repair it cheaply, and then pull the primitive armor module out and put a real armor module in. Anyway, I'm not going to fit any gear, because obviously when you fit gear, you increase the maintenance cost of the mech, which hits you in the financial report. So we might as well just do the repairs, which will be free. Not free, but you know what I mean. In terms of maintenance cost, it'll be free. We'll have a nice, clean, repaired, armoured mech.
I'll let you know when that's done.
Ready for fittings. My poor Blackjack got his ass kicked. That mech has served me so well. It really has done really well. And it's had its arms ripped off repeatedly, but I mean, that's to be expected. I will always be adverse to putting equipment in the arms because of, you know, the sheer fragility of them. But we only really lost flamethrowers in there, which are relatively common items.
Network orders complete, boss. Top-notch work, if I may say so.
Alright, we're nearly there. We shed about 1 million C-bills, but it's been invested. The vast majority of it's been invested. And we'll go back to making money. Boom. We'll have to re-look at the Blackjack as well. Look at its loadout. It's always run pretty hot, but it's always worked out. It might be worth now that the flamethrowers have been lost yet again. It might be worth adjusting its heat loadout. Not yet. Okay, so we're ready to go on the next contract. We still have plenty of backlog in terms of repairs, but we spent our £1 million bounty. We improved our drive engine, which will speed up our movement between planets and should save money in the long term. We got another recreation thing, which is very significant because the recreation module has gotten us to 25 morale, which means that we now start with a vigilance, whereas previously we did not start with a vigilance, and that is significant and does matter. And we're pretty close to getting these repairs done as well, and we have You know, apart from the fact that our projects are being worked on. And they're getting there. We have 5 mechs. We actually have now a lance of good mediums. These 4 mechs represent an actual pretty solid medium lineup. With the 2 45-ton mechs both being retired at the moment. So this has been a great position to get into. We got 4 months worth of money, apparently. And now that we're here, once we've done our priority mission, we can have a look at what else there is to do out there. Now that we're on the front line. In the Steiner-Clanner war. I'm not sure if we'll see lots of extra clan stuff now that we're up here. That would be quite interesting. Let's just generate the contracts. We do have, obviously we've got our contract ready to go, but I just want to generate the contracts and see what there is on offer. Okay. Nothing exciting. This is Oberon Confederation. That's worth doing. I don't really feel like that kind of thing.
Secure all loose gear about the next day.
Is it just me, or does the symbol of the Oberon Confederation look like Homer Simpson's bum? I can't unsee that now. Alright, we'll get our priority mission done, and then we'll possibly look at this Martian escort as a means of just collecting some more salvage. And maybe this turn the tables mission as well. But hopefully now that we're on the front line, we'll see more interesting priority missions as well. Opportunity to make good money. Maybe we can wipe them out. Steiner have definitely done pretty well here. On my world map, which is not the live world map. Okay, well that's it for now. Join me next time on Nightmare Mode. We'll get the priority mission done. Carry on working on our project mechs. And we're sort of heading into the end game now, I think. And we're starting to reach the point where I might have enough mech lab time to start min-maxing and just really caring about my builds rather than just patching them together quickly or keeping them inefficient just because it's going to, you know, because changing it too much is going to cost me like 15 days worth of lab time, which I don't have. Okay, I will see you.